Hey guys, this is my 79 BMW 320i. The car started life as a Sahara beige, kind of a yellowy tan color if you're unfamiliar, with just an M10 and a 4-speed. Pretty cool car for what it is. It no longer is any of those things. This is the first car I ever painted. It's a very pastel single stage, which is pretty easy to spray. So I take pride in it because it came out pretty good. It's filthy, as you can see, but I live on shitty gravel road, so to be expected, I think. Still looking for rear bumper ideas. I'd like to just put a Euro on it. The front, I had an air dam on. It was kind of a knockoff BBS looking air dam, I guess. I took it off recently. A friend of mine gave me the idea to just put the bumper trim from the American diving boards on the front there. I filled in the gap with a piece of 5/16 heater hose. Not right, not even the best, but it's okay. The black kidney's got to go. I absolutely hate them. I do have single rounds for it. I just need to figure out headlight bucket stuff, as I do not have those. The color is called mint green. It is a factory BMW color on the O2s and the E21s. I did not jam the car when I painted it because I didn't expect the paint to actually come out okay. I think I'll cut the jams in at a later date, so I say. I did jam that side. I did do the trunk. I did do under the hood. So it's really just the inner door structures and the driver's inner rocker area, or inner sill area, I guess. The car's still fairly stock. I swapped in a later IS set of Recaro's door cards and rear seat. And it's nice. I mean, it presents well. The car is overall, I can't even do that with one hand. The car is overall fairly rot-free. No longer has its M10 or 4-speed. I decided, as a kid, I always thought one of the cool builds I'd love to do someday was a TDI, likely an ALH, because that's kind of common here, to an Acme adapter with a Toyota two-wheel drive trans. As I grew up, I got more into the Mercedes diesels, so I ended up swapping in a 1991 Mercedes OM 602. I'm very much not a lover of everybody's favorite there, the OM 617, for multiple different reasons. You can hate me for it. I don't care. The 602s are okay. I'm a very big fan of the 603s. I've had 603s swapped into a bunch of things. 606s swapped into a bunch of things. The 6-cylinder is obviously inherently a much more balanced, nice motor, runs smoother. The 602s just kind of fit here well. I had an E30 with a 606, and it was okay, but it's very shoehorned in there and fairly intrusive to the chassis, which I did not care for. The 602 seemed like a better idea. Transmission options are kind of limited for the Mercedes diesel stuff. You can use a 717 460 or any 717, really. That's a 60X pattern. The 616 could come with a 716 or 717 rather, but they were totally different pattern. The later 717 460 would have been found in an SLK 230. Good trans. I had one in a Volvo. It was very good. The 716, I guess it would be a 668-ish, I think is fairly common for those. I've seen 660s, 660s, whatever, 66 anything. But a 716 is a 6-speed, fairly nice. This trans in option is a little different. You can see a weld seam there. I actually took, I believe it was 67 millimeters of the stock Mercedes automatic belt housing from the 722.3 that was behind this motor, and I welded it to a M40. I imported a E30 wagon. It had an M40, came with a 5-speed overdriven transmission behind it. So that is the E30 5-speed behind it. I believe it's just a Getrag 240 still. But again, I don't really know. I'm just a diesel fan. Upper radiator hose is just a cut-up Mercedes radiator hose. The lower is the factory M10 radiator hose. It works perfectly with the M10 radiator still. I could not fit a clutch fan, so I am using the factory Mercedes pusher fan for the AC condenser. All the wiring was trivially pretty decent. The BMW sensors threaded right into the Mercedes stuff. It's all the same thread pitch, so that was very easy. I do not have a full exhaust on the car at the moment. It is just a downpipe there that dumps under the car. It's loud. It's not very loud. It's a lot more tolerable than an M10 with no exhaust. Ask me how I know. The swap was pretty easy. I used factory, I believe that is a factory OM602 arm from a 124 chassis with a 606 isolator underneath it. You can see it is clocked a little differently. The isolator would have been from a 210 model. The isolators are the same each side. I have one under each. Underneath each isolator is a 1-inch riser for them. The opposite arm is the passenger side mount off a 210 606 car. I have my glow plugs just run off a Ford OBS starter relay. I relocated the battery to the trunk. I didn't know what to do for power steering. The BMW is a manual rack car. They do not sell, that I'm aware of, a power steering delete for these. So it's fairly crude. I just blew a hole bigger in the timing case. The stock pump bolts through those two bracket pieces there, bosses, whatever you'd like to call it. I just blew a hole bigger through it, ran a bigger bolt, kind of stacked some spacers there. The pulley is off of an EcoBoost F-150, one of those V6 trucks, like a 2010 model. The belt, it was very difficult to find the correct belt. Many parts stores trips rather, to figure that out, but it's all situated now. Otherwise, I mean, it's been pretty good. The gearing of the car is an issue. I believe this car has 342s, which is apparently the best diff you can get for it. I'd like to find a small case BMW 290 something, I think they did. Modify the rear subframe to accept that, or do something. It does okay on the road, and I'll drive it here and show you. It makes cool noises. I don't know, it was just a cool little junkyard build, if you will. I got the motor very cheap from a friend from a part out. I think the IS I paid $400 for, so basically the whole Recaro interior for $400. The wheels were a gift from a friend. I paid for the paint, but I don't think it cost me more than $300 or $400. But it's fairly neat. I do have single rounds for it. A good friend of mine sent me a few sets from Germany. I have a couple front air dams to choose from if I care to go that route again. I'm going to be honest, I kind of am enjoying how it looks. A little naked there, I think, with some chrome kidneys and the single round swapped on, it would be a very attractive car for what it is. But enough rambling. I'll take you guys on a little ride for it and wrap this up. Okay, so in the car here, it's just a random shift knob I had left over from another green vehicle I had built. Reoccurring theme here. Otherwise, stock interior, nothing crazy. Dash was cracked up, so it has a cover on it. I don't dare find out what's underneath it. The shifter is a eBay E36 chassis mount shifter. I just modified a plate underneath it. It is a very short throw. You can adjust your throw on it. I set it up to be very short, very notchy, and it feels pretty good, actually. Otherwise, I do have that pusher fan that I mentioned earlier, just key on power. It's a fairly loud fan. I'm not the biggest fan of it, no pun intended. I would like to set up something to a thermo switch. It feels a little more professional. I would love to be able to leave the key on and diagnose problems or something without listening to the fan. You can set up, those pumps are fully mechanical. You can set up either a pull cable to shut the vehicle off, or you can set up a wired in EGR valve, something that allows vacuum to stay closed with power on, and then relieved of power, it will open up, vacuum travels through, back to the shut-off solenoid, and drops the lever on the pump to shut it off, if you're unfamiliar with them. I didn't do that because I was lazy. I did a pull-to-stop cable that I had left over from a Cummins truck that I built for a guy, and it does me fine. Above it, the little button there, that is my glow plugs. I just give it a few seconds, and it usually fires off pretty quickly. I'll show you exactly what we're working with. Just normal operation, neutral, whatever. Just give her a few seconds of the little glowy plugs there. Fires up pretty good. The adapter piece on the steering wheel is broken, so it does rattle. It gets very annoying. I have to glue that. Brake indicator light on, not sure why. Don't really think I care. But yeah, just standard operation of a normal car. Does sound good, makes some cool dump truck noises. But let me get out onto the main road and I'll take you guys for a ride. Very short throw. Little loud in here. Like I said, there's not much of an exhaust going on, but I do think at some point I likely will never be able to get the tach figured out, which I'm okay with. The speedometer being mechanical, I can run what they call a JEGS speed box. I'm okay with that. I will do that. The sending unit was rotten in the tank. I had to weld up some holes in the tank. It was one of the only things on the car that was extremely rusty. So I took care of the tanks. I do need to find a sending unit at some point, if anybody knows of any reputable aftermarket ones. An alignment would be nice, but beggars can't be choosers. It was a cheap car. Yeah, there it is. I will add some photos at the end of this here. Just a little slideshow of how it was when I bought it, and a couple cool things like cutting up the transmission. I mean, that was a first for me. Painting this car was a first for me. A lot of things. But I'll take some cool photos, or I'll add some cool photos in. And yeah, thanks for watching. Any questions on how I did any of it, I'd be happy to help out. I think it's a fairly common swap now. It's no different than a 603, a 606, 602, 601. I mean, it's all relatively the same. 606 can be tricky because you can run them as a EDC, you know, but I'm not running any 606s anything other than mechanically. But thanks for watching. I'll take some time and make a cool little video out of it.